Une grosse tête avec qui on a plus l'impression d'être dans un cabaret que dans un studio de radio. Ziz du panier.
Hi everyone, welcome to the shack. A short video which I'm making with a degree of sadness because I've just read online. Well, I read two things actually. I'm a member of the IO Group's Longwave listeners group. Someone posted something this morning to say that RTL were considering pulling the plug on their longwave service on 234 kHz. And then I looked about an hour later and someone else had posted that the decision has been made. And on the 31st of December of this year, RTL will stop broadcasting on longwave for the first time since 1933. The reason they're giving is the energy crisis. And by doing this, they are going to save themselves 6,000 megawatt hours per year. So that reason, I suppose, is understandable, but obviously very sad news indeed, particularly for someone like me, who's a big fan of longwave. I keep saying it's my favourite band, and I suppose it still is, but there's not going to be a lot left. I mean, already there are very few stations, but with RTL closing as well, who knows if any others will follow suit. Probably they will. But at the moment, we've got Romania, which was Antenna Satellor, but I think it's they run a news program now. Is it Actuality? I can't remember. But anyway, Romania 153, Morocco Nador 171. Iceland on 189, Radio 4 198, Iceland again on 207, and then Polski Radio 225, RTL 234, and RTE 252, with Kallenberg on, I think, 243. Haven't heard them for a while. Other than that, it's Mongolia, who you can sometimes copy. Well, I can very rarely decode any sort of modulation and audio. If I remember rightly, they broadcast on 164, so just up from the French time signal on 162, 209, and I think 227. And that's it, basically. Beyond that, obviously, they're the NDBs. There are lots of those that are not interesting to listen to, but interesting if you catch some of them. A friend of mine recently copied some NDBs down in Eastern Europe, Romania, etc. Yeah, that's it. So it is sad news that RTL are going to be leaving on the 31st of December. And yet again, on the last day of the year, I will find myself recording the death of another station. Last year, it was the Czech Republic on 270 kHz. So there you go. A real shame for sure, but I suppose this was always going to happen at some point, and it was only a matter of when, not if. So there you go. So I thought I'd just make that point. Always a very strong signal, day and night, and yeah, been around since 1933. So yeah, 89 years. As a constant on the longwave band, and it's just the way of the world at the moment. I read something somewhere that there was an Italian station potentially starting on longwave, but that was supposed to be last year, I think. Don't know whether it'll ever come to anything or not, but yeah, there were some big gaps opening between 153 and sort of 279 kilohertz. And they're just going to get bigger, unfortunately. So, but there you go. That's it. That's the news. And that's the way of the world, as I said. So, yeah, sad days, but I shall carry on listening until there are no stations left on longwave, that's for sure. Anyway, I thought I'd share that sad news with you. All the best, and 73.